Yo, I'm gonna react to Bucky Brooks' top 5 2021 NFL draft prospects by position. This is his third one. It's probably his last one, so he's probably like the final one. So we'll kind of see his top 5 prospects for every position. And yeah, let's just like get into it if I can scroll down. Okay. Quarterbacks. Okay, this has probably been pretty simple. Trevor Lawrence, number one. Yeah, easily the best quarterback in the draft. Not really much argument in that. Number two, he's got Justin Fields, and then three, he's got Zach Wilson. Yeah, I don't mind it. I personally like Zach Wilson a little bit more than Justin Fields, but it is very close. Justin Fields is a really, really good quarterback, and he has been for a while. There's stuff he can improve on like every other quarterback. And I think if he goes to San Francisco at number three, I think he could have the best career out of any quarterbacks. But Zach Wilson overall, I just like his talent ability, and his arm is just so natural. So that's probably why I would have him at two. But number four, Trey Lance, yeah, that's perfect also. I don't think you can really have him higher. You could make the argument for number three, but he is just so raw and just hasn't played a while. And then five has got Mac Jones also. You're not really going to see much different. It's kind of the obvious kind of pick. Some people might throw like Kellen Mond or Davis Mills in there, who I do like, but Mac Jones probably just edges them out because he's like a really smart football player. Just a good quarterback. So running back's probably next. Yeah, I'll just look at them. Okay, Naji Harris, number one. Yeah, I personally like Naji Harris as the best running back in this class. He's just a really good all round running back who sees the holes really well, can make good cuts, has good speed and power. So he's very like he doesn't just have to stick to one position. Like he can play all three downs at a running back, play goal line, and like hit off some big runs. And then Travis Etienne second. I have Javonte Williams actually in front of Travis Etienne in my just personal opinion, but I'm fine with Travis Etienne having there. He's like a big play waiting to happen because he has that straight line speed, and he's a good pass catcher out of the backfield, so I don't mind it. And then he's got Javonte Williams three, who I really like. I just love his ability and just how good he is. And then he's got his teammate Michael Carter. Yeah, they kind of split carries. Javonte Williams got like a bit more. Michael Carter is a really good running back, so I like Michael Carter also. And five, he's got Trey Sermon. Yeah, the number five is quite hard. I feel like the first four are pretty basic, but the five position, like Trey Sermon is a good player for Ohio State. He hasn't really had the production really, but he has showed like really good play at various points. So I like Trey Sermon. I don't really know who else I would put there. I'd probably just have to look. I could probably find somebody else, but Trey Sermon is not bad. So yeah, that's all right. Receivers. I think I'm gonna show them all now. Jamar Chase number one. Yeah, that's the pretty like big narrative. Jamar Chase number one receiver. He didn't play last season, but he was so dominant the year before. Just nobody could guard him. Like seriously, nobody. He just destroyed everybody he came up against. He just has amazing route running, and he has a good like mix of speed and good route running and contested catching. So he's a really good all round receiver. Jalen Waddle. I really like Jalen Waddle. I probably have him second. I think I did. Jalen Waddle, yeah, I like Jalen Waddle. He's a really good deep threat. Like he will burn you deep. He's just so good at that. That's kind of his main skill set, and he's very good at it. And then Devonta Smith at number three. Yeah, Devonta Smith, really amazing route runner. People are like kind of getting crazy about his size, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because he's just such a good route runner off the line, and he'll just be a really good player, I just think, in the league. Kadarius Toney number four. Yeah, this is probably not what a lot of people would have. I really like Kadarius Toney. I don't think I have him at number four receiver, but I like Kadarius Toney, so I don't think it's that bad of a pick. He's really good in the intermediate, like run after catch wise, and also can be a good deep threat. He doesn't have horrible size. He's like 6 foot, like same as Rashad Bateman, I think. And he's got Rashad Bateman at five anyway, who's also a really good player. He's also a good jump ball receiver, even though he doesn't really have that amazing size. But he's got really good arm length. He can just get his hands up there and moss you. So I feel like all these guys are just going to be good receivers in this league, to be honest. So I like it. Michael Thomas, Bateman. Yeah, it's probably a pretty good comp. Michael Thomas probably a bit more physical, but it's fine. Tight ends is going to be interesting because like the 1 and 2 are pretty basic, like straightforward. Kyle Pitts, of course, is going to be number 1. If you have anybody above him, you're just tripping and trying to be different or just don't know anything. But Kyle Pitts, clear cut, best tight end in this class, one of the best players in the draft. I have him my second best player overall in the whole draft. So that kind of just shows how good of a player he is. And then Pat Freiermuth second. Yeah, that's what I have also. Pat Freiermuth at number 2 tight end. He's a good blocker. He was mainly a blocker, but he also can catch the ball also because he doesn't have bad ball skills. So he's a good player. Maybe, I'm just trying to think who would be next. It could be Hunter Long, Tommy Tremble, or Brevin Jordan probably going to be. Hunter Long. Yeah, I don't mind Hunter Long here. I think I prefer Brevin Jordan, but Brevin Jordan does have some concerns. But Hunter Long, he's just a good all-around tight end. And yeah, number 4, he's got Brevin Jordan. Yeah, he's a pretty athletic tight end. He ran like a 4.6, which is pretty good for a tight end, to be honest. He doesn't have amazing size. Like, he won't be an amazing blocking tight end, but he can be a really good receiving tight end. And then 5, you've got Trey Mckinney. I don't know. Trey McKinney is like a weird player. Like, some people are either really high on him or really low on him. I'm probably not horribly high on him. I'd probably have like Tommy Tremble or somebody here. Probably not Trey McKinney, but Trey McKinney, he is a pretty decent tight end. He's another just really athletic player. So, yeah. Tackles, Penei Sewell, number 1. Yeah, makes sense. He's a really good player. Number 2, Rashaan Slater. Yeah, that also makes sense. He can probably play guard also. But tackle, he was just really good there. Just dominated at tackle. Got really good foot movement and just everything. Well, both of them do. They can just really destroy anybody. And number 3, Christian Derecha. Yeah, I like it. I prefer Jalen Mayfield, but Christian Derecha, I'm not Jalen Mayfield, I'm tripping. I'm Tevin Jenkins just because I saw Jalen Mayfield here. But Christian Derecha, he's a good player. And then he's got Jalen Mayfield. I just think that's just a bit weird. I don't mind Jalen Mayfield. He's a really strong player who just push you all over the place. But his pass protection isn't amazing. Like, his feet kind of just get stuck. Like, good speed rushers will just absolutely just run past him pretty much. He is pretty athletic, but he's just not that refined at the tackle position. But he is a really good run blocker, but he also doesn't have that much production. So he's just a weird player. He's probably boomer bust, so you never know. He could turn out to be a really good tackle. And 5, he's got Tevin Jenkins. I'd have him at 3 because I really like Tevin Jenkins. But 5, at least he's got him in the top 5 because he is a really good tackle, I personally think. I think he's going to be a beast in the league. He's just a monster, man. Interior line, Elijah Vera Tucker, number 1. That makes complete sense. He's probably all around the best guard in this draft and guard/center, like that type of position, because he's just really good, man. He can also play tackle, so he has versatility. And then Wyatt Davis is number 2. Wyatt Davis isn't a bad player. He had up and down season last year, but he's still a good player. And then Trey Smith 3 also. People like to switch between Wyatt Davis and Trey Smith, but I'd probably have it like this also. I think he's a really good player. And Creed Humphrey, number 4. Yeah, he's a center. That's it. He doesn't have like superb size. Like, he is a bit small, but he's very technically sound for a center, so it's good. And then he's got another center, Landon Dickerson. Yeah, I really like Landon Dickerson. I prefer Landon Dickerson than Creed Humphrey, but Landon Dickerson, I guess, does have a bit of an injury concern, but it's only an ACL. But Landon Dickerson is a really big mauler center. And now defense, edge defenders, Jalen Phillips. Yeah, I like Jalen Phillips. I prefer Kwity Paye, who he has second, actually. But Jalen Mayfield, he probably has the best hands in this class. Like, Just his skill set is amazing. But the reasons I like Kwity Paye is he's a really good run defender and just kind of has that really good size. Also, he has good power and speed to like rush the passer, and has like he also has a good skill set. He's a bit raw, but he has some really good production at Michigan. And then three, Gregory Rousseau. I'm not that high on Rousseau anymore. Like he didn't even play a lot of edge. He played more defensive tackle against the guard. Like 1-on-1, he was really good at that, and it was like his freshman season or something, and then he opted out. So like every player's gonna be raw there, but he just didn't show a lot. So I don't know if three might be a bit high. And then four, he's got Carlos Basham. Yeah, I like Carlos Basham. I haven't really seen him this high, but you can definitely see it. Maybe Azeez Ojulari would be my third. I think he probably would be actually. And then Carlos Basham. Yeah, I like Carlos Basham. I don't mind it. He's a big edge defender, but I think if you keep him in a 4-3 off the edge, he'll be very productive. And then Drew Tryon. This is very high for him, I think. He's a very raw player. Like, he didn't really have a lot of moves, but he definitely has a lot of potential if he gets coached up. Defensive tackle, yeah, Jason Owe was in the last one. I guess he drops out, it's not high on him. Levi Onwuzurike as the first. Yeah, that's a surprise. The consensus is Christian Barmore at number one. I mean, that's what I have, because Christian Barmore was just a really good player at Alabama. And there's reports that he's going to be like, he could go earlier than he actually people think, just because he's that good. But I have Levi Onwuzurike second, because I like him also for his ability. He's a very good defensive tackle. Personally, Christian Barmore probably second. I mean, first. And then Davion Nixon. Davion Nixon's a good player. He does have, like, some concerns. He didn't have not like that much production, but he's a good player. Also, Digizua. This is very high for him. I think in certain schemes, he could be very productive, but then others, it might not work out. Like the Chargers, for example, with Brandon Staley coming over, I think that'd be a really good fit. But he has a lot of athleticism, so I like him. And then Elim Mcneil. Yeah, I like Elim Mcneil. He's a really good nose tackle, man. An amazing run defender. He also has some pass traits, but NC State just don't rush the passers like that. Like they just got him in to stop runs, but he has shown stuff like that. And he's a really good run defender and has good size. Linebackers, Micah Parsons. Yeah, it makes sense. He's a really good athlete. Probably the best linebacker athlete to come in a long time. Very good run stopper and edge and like pass rusher and everything. Not as good in coverage, but yeah. JOK. He's probably the more coverage type of linebacker you're looking for, a versatile player. He's kind of like the Isaiah Simmons from last year. Just can play all over the place. Like he played in the slot on safety. Oh, JOK. Yeah, very versatile player, but I like him. And then Nick Bolton third. Yeah, I like Nick Bolton. I think this is probably around where I'd have him. He'd probably be in my top 5. He's a really good linebacker. Doesn't have amazing speed or coverage, but he's just a good linebacker overall. I think he'll just be a good player. And Jamin Davis. Yeah, I'm not as high on Jamin Davis because, like, one reason is, like, why did he not start at Kentucky before? He, like, waits till his last season. They finally put him in to start. Like, they didn't have good linebackers in front of him. So, I don't know. He is a very good athlete and showed very good play last year. But I don't know. I just don't know why he wasn't a starter, so it's a bit weird. And then he's got Chaz Surratt. That's a bit interesting. He's a very smart player because, I mean, he was a former quarterback. He still has to learn a lot at linebacker, but he can be a good player, to be honest. Outside line. Oh, he's got it like this. Okay. Stephen Collins has got his outside linebacker. Yeah, it could definitely happen. They could definitely switch him into like a pass rushing outside linebacker, like in a 3-4. He would probably be that because he definitely has that skill set. And they got Azeez Ojulari. If it was outside linebackers, I'd probably have Azeez before. Azeez is a good player, man. He's a good pass rusher. I like Azeez. And then he's got Osai. Yeah, he doesn't have amazing size, Osai. More of a speed rusher. So he could maybe put on more size, but in a 3-4 it would work perfectly. Chris Rump. Yeah, this is pretty high for Chris Rumps I've seen. He also was really good at juke. Didn't have a lot of play, but I don't mind it. Baron Browning. I might have Baron Browning in front, but Baron Browning also, He'd probably be more of a linebacker than a pass rusher in a 3-4, just because that's really what he played, more linebacker. But he has good size to play that. Corners, Patrick Surtain. Yeah, it makes sense. Patrick Surtain, I think he's a clear cut number 1, so I like it. And then JC Horn, number 2, makes sense also. I think now definitely with Caleb Farley's injury, JC Horn has to be either 2 or 1. I think these are definitely the top 2 guys. Caleb Farley probably 3, or Greg Newsome. But I like it. JC Horn, he's a very talented corner. Both of them are. And both played really good players, so that's definitely not a concern. 3, Caleb Farley, yeah. The injury is a bit of a concern, like the surgery he had. But he's a very talented player. 4, Asante Samuel. Yes, finally I see somebody put Asante Samuel at number 4. It's always Greg Newsome, but I'm not that high on Greg Newsome, to be honest. Just saying. I'm higher on Asante Samuel because I really like Asante. I had him at number 4. This is my exact order, actually. Not the next corner, though, Elijah Molden. I like Elijah Molden. He's truly just a slot corner. That's it. He could be a safety also. Probably more of a slot. And he's a very good slot cornerback. Probably one of the best in the class. Probably maybe the best. So I like Elijah Molden. I definitely have him in my top 10 cornerbacks. So it's not bad. Did he have anybody drop out? No, I didn't. Does he have kickers and punters also? I mean, because I don't know anything about the kickers, but I know a few punters and kickers, but that's kind of it. Safety, Trayvon Mulray. Yeah, kind of the consensus right now. Trayvon Mulray, the best safety in the draft. He's very versatile. Can play in the box, slot, and free safety, which he'll probably play. So he can be a really good safety. And Javon Holland. This is also where I had Javon Holland. I like Javon Holland. He's also a very versatile player. Like, he can play good at literally any position in the secondary. He played some outside corner. He played every single secondary position. That's all I'll say. Mostly a free safety, and I like him there. But he was also really good in the slot. So, I mean, if injuries happen or something, or you just prefer him at a position, then he can definitely help your team out a lot. 3's got Jamar Johnson. Yeah, Jamar Johnson's a pretty darn good player when you actually put on the film. He didn't have a lot of playing time. I think he had like 300-something snaps, which is a very small sample size. But they were elite plays. Like, he got a lot of interceptions just from those plays. And for Andre Sisto, I'm surprised I haven't seen Richie Grant. Oh, Richie Grant he doesn't even have. But Andre Sisto, yeah, he's a big ball hawk safety, man. Like, really big ball hawker. But then he also gave up some really big plays. Like, he definitely has flaws. He's also not an amazing tackler. Like, he'll overcommit in tackles. Like, he'll just run past you pretty much, which is a bit weird. Like, he'll just absolutely whiff on tackles, and then he'll just let up a big play once in a while also. But he definitely has a lot of potential, man. He could probably go in the second round. Probably not the first. Caden Durr, this is also weird. I haven't seen Caden Durr, this guy, because, to be honest, his season wasn't even that good. Like, the season before was really good when he did play, and then it just dropped off. So that was a bit concerning, but yeah, he's another pretty decent player. I probably wouldn't have him here. I'd probably have Richie Grant in my top 5, and maybe another safety. I don't really know. Did he have him dropping out? He had Hampson and Nasir Dean. I like Hampson and Nasir Dean. Probably a box safety. Yeah, that's all he had. How dare you? Unless it's no, that's just thought it was maybe. Yeah, okay, so that's Bucky Brooks. Top 5 players at each position. Even though he disrespected the kickers and punters, is that not a position with Bucky Brooks? Huh? Do you not think that's a position? He clearly doesn't. So yeah, but all around pretty decent. He definitely doesn't have the same views as me, but that's fine. Every person's gonna have different views on players, but I like it. So Bucky Brooks, props. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would love to hear your thoughts, like if you think his was good, or and who you would maybe have in some of these positions, because that'd be interesting to see what you guys' opinions are. So, bye.